Let me guess, Denzel Washington.
Wow.
Gee.
Wow, I gotta be careful with this guy, you know. Wow.
Spiritual, isn't it?
I'm reading you, man.
As I'm about to say, listen. Damn, you even give me goosebumps, G. Damn, I'm about to say it.
Yes. Welcome to the 13th and final round podcast.
And today we have a very special guest here.
Who we got, D? Who we got?
We got Paulino, Silva.
In the house.
Morning, guys.
Yeah.
Yes, Paulino, welcome to the 13th final round.
My pleasure.
It's been a pleasure you having you here today.
Yes, actually, this was supposed to happen a while ago.
Yeah, I know.
For whatever reason's been
got
a
there.
little bit,
But we're here, and you know what it is?
We're here now.
You got a nice gym here.
It's
Really
good
nice
setup.
gym.
For now, it's like it does work for.
You can tell a lot of work happens in here.
Yeah, a lot of hard work.
So tell us about yourself, Paul.
I'm a former Central champion.
If you just want to put that bit out, like that, yeah.
Former Central champion, super middleweight.
Yeah.
Came from Portugal.
Okay, Portugal.
Okay.
You were born in Portugal?
Yeah, born in Portugal, yes.
And your parents and stuff are there?
No. Originally, we're from Cape Verde.
Oh.
My parents moved to Portugal.
Yeah.
Grew up in Portugal. Then I started my amateur career, in Portugal.
Okay. How many amateurs did you have? What was it like?
I had 20 odd. But then
Okay.
stopped because then I went to Special Force. I was Special
Okay.
Force.
Special Force?
Yeah, I was Special Force. Yeah.
Go on, I didn't know about that.
That's where then my mindset comes from Special
Yeah,
Force.
The discipline.
Yeah, then
How long did you do that for?
3 years.
3 years.
Wow.
Yes, then left the Special Force. Then a year down the line, just came to UK. Came as a sparring partner for Eugenio.
June?
No, Montero.
Oh, Montero. Yeah, so
yeah.
that was the time when me and you went.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
right,
I came as a sparring partner.
Yeah.
And I was there for 2 weeks. Went back home, got invited to come
Yeah.
and turn professional over there. So
remember,
it was something that I always wanted to do.
Yeah.
So I just grabbed my things and just
Manchester.
Manchester.
And how did you feel? How do you like Manchester?
It's fine. At first it was hard because I couldn't speak no English at all.
Right.
I couldn't speak no English at all. And learning the language was the hardest.
Yeah. It was hard.
Fighting was easy.
Well, you got the accent.
Yeah,
you got the accent now anyway.
Yeah,
the Mancunian accent.
20 years later.
Yeah, mate.
Can you do the Manchester accent? He makes fun of me because I always try
It's
to
good,
do
you
it.
know.
I can't there, man. It was just, sometimes I say it. My kids like,
Are you City or United?
I'll have to say United. I'll have to say United.
The City is where. Well, Man United got to start playing, man.
Wow.
It's
Things
hard,
Things
man.
not looking good.
Yeah, I come over all the way from Leeds to go to them Old Trafford games, and I'm dreading it nowadays.
My son stopped playing football now. He's only 6.
Yeah.
And 7 now, sorry. And he's been asking me for a United kit.
Yeah.
And I've been wanting to take him to watch United.
Yeah.
I'm waiting now because at the moment I ain't taking him to watch
Yeah,
no games.
it's hard, man. Like at the weekend when we won and they got them 2 late goals, you thought we won the FA Cup or something.
Wow, I can imagine.
It's crazy, right?
Wow.
Listen, D, what question did Johnny Nelson leave for him?
Okay. What year did Jack Johnson won the heavyweight world title?
Interesting.
And the funny thing is, I'm always watching
Jack Johnson,
Jack Johnson.
the main man.
First black heavyweight champion.
I know it was close.
That was
to
from Johnny
Christmas.
Nelson.
December the 26th.
Yeah.
And it was 1908.
Okay.
My man's got it right because I had to Google that before the episode. Well done, you know your boxing history.
Yeah, man.
Now let's see, in the gym, the music that we play in the gym is
Visualize.
what you saw when you walked in.
Yeah.
It's old school.
Yeah.
It's old school. We go backwards to go forwards. It's all about learning the fundamentals.
Okay. So what I'm saying now, your boxing career, obviously had a few fights and that. And then when it came to the end of it, well, obviously you shouldered and all that. How did you feel? How did you feel?
I felt down. I felt like I not got given the opportunity to actually show what actually I could achieve. I always wanted to fight Carl Froch.
Yeah.
I thought.
Why?
Call him out now and
Why?
get an exhibition.
You know why? Because I thought in my head I've got to start to be Carl Froch.
Yeah.
Because I had a really good defense.
Yeah.
Really good defense. Not big. I had
What
a
was
really
your
good
style
defense. I'm riding the storm. I'm going forward. I'm doing neck braces before AKG.
Yeah.
So I know one thing for sure.
You take shots.
This I can take a dig.
Yeah.
And I was already tough before I met Brian Hughes. And with Brian, it teaches a bit more defense. A lot of defense.
I missed you.
You're doing. He's
day.
speaking random guys from the street and saying, get in the ring and try and knock him out. I'll pay you if you knock him out. And you're not allowed to throw punches back.
Just blocks it.
And just riding.
One of Brian's best friends was a guy called Howard Rainey in Sheffield. They were best mates. They trained the same way. So I'm in Sheffield training like you guys.
Yeah.
It was a similar style, yeah.
Why?
That's why when I met Jennings,
Yeah.
and Jennings was explaining something about it, and I was finishing sentences, remember? And he was looking at me like, how do you know that? And I'm like, because I trained with Howard, because they were best mates.
Yeah.
The first time I went to Pat's, he tried to throw the jab properly.
Yeah.
I'm throwing the jab wrong. So I like a full session of throwing the jab on the bag.
Oh, and with Pat, it doesn't matter if you're a world champion. He's still going to be, he's going to be making sure that jab goes in properly.
Perfect, yeah. Left, right afterwards.
And then from there, it's like, oh, I think I can. But then when I got the injury, that's when I thought, wow, where I'm gonna go from there. For about 1 year, I didn't want to know about boxing.
We've all been there.
Boxing let me down. I thought,
We've all been there.
boxing let me know. All these guys, they think all that. Listen, it's so much I wanted to give to boxing, but boxing didn't get me back.
Yeah.
So I went back to work in. I used to run a club in town. I went to do that. I was good. I was making good money. Was living comfortable. But then I decided to go back to the gym just for fitness.
Yeah.
Just for fitness.
How many years after was it?
It was about a year.
Yes, I remember when I stopped, I didn't watch boxing for 5 years because I was heartbroken. I felt exactly the same as you. And I started watching the UFC just to give myself half of the diluted version. And you have to, I think a lot of fighters, that when they decide it's up, that sometimes you don't even know when you're going to retire, right? You just drift off.
It happens.
It's
not nice. Mental health kicks in, man.
Yeah.
You don't see. People don't realize about mental health. It kicks in. We all got mental health in a certain way.
We all deal with it.
Because when you retire, you're sitting at home thinking, I'm normal. What am I going to do next? How do you feel?
Next chapter.
With me, not
that depressed.
I never felt deflated in terms of my mind going or feeling depressed. I think because of my background. My background is not nice. It's rough.
Right.
Where I grew up,
it's
not a nice area.
Right.
You're fighting every single day.
Gee.
It's heavy. It's heavy. And then through Special Force, and Special Force changed my life. I've gone through things that I don't wish on no one. And but it made me stronger. So when that happened, I thought, okay, no problem. Now I need to find, because I've got kids to feed.
That's right.
So I can't just put myself in the room. I have to just get on with it. You know what I'm saying? So then on the get on with it, I decided to go back in training because I'm working in a night industry. Night industry is more than stuff that happens in the night industry that people don't realize how dangerous it is.
That's the club, is it?
Yeah.
Doors?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
I did that for 5 years.
So doing the doors, and you're not physically in the right frame. Listen,
No, you got to be alert all the time.
all the time.
Awake, you can't
So
sleep.
I need to get back into training. I need to get back in shape. If anything happens,
You can-
I can deal with it.
Yeah,
and
I did the same as him for 5 years.
Okay.
When I was boxing, I got stabbed. I told you I got stabbed 3 times. doing
Gee,
that,
you did door work. You should have worked in this club then.
Leeds
no,
as
but
well,
doors.
man.
Yeah?
Being a doorman and being an ex-fighter and
They're on
being
you.
and
You
being
get a
and being a,
reputation.
the door, it's like it's not because you can fight. That street is different. Street you gotta think street.
Yeah, they stack
But
you
then
up.
out there, I think like the same place I grew up. I grew up basically on a street mindset.
Yeah.
So I know I can fight, but I can think street as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
know,
So
I get you.
I'm balancing.
Versatile, yeah.
I'm balancing. So I'm back into training. It just I'm helping this guy. The guy is like, oh, are you really good at this, you know? So why did you start? And I thought, okay, I never thought about that. But then
maybe that's so. I look back on why things didn't work out for me.
Yeah.
Maybe you had to go through that journey to collect that information so you can bless others. You can see the fighters are getting blessed now.
Yeah.
It's like if you look at Alex Ferguson, if you look at in football, Jose Mourinho, and you look at some of the best boxing coaches, their careers never really took off.
No.
Emmanuel Stewart never really took off, but they went through certain things because they was actually born to pass that information on.
And me realizing that how good I was helping others.
Yeah.
Then Brian Hughes retired.
Yeah.
The gym is about to collapse.
Yeah.
And me, Pat, and Tommy McDonald.
Yeah.
So Tommy and Pat sit down and decided, listen, we can't let the gym die now. So let's rebuild the gym. Because the gym was like, everyone left the gym. Scott Quick left the gym. Mike Jennings retiring. So everyone's kind of like drifting away. And so let's rebuild. So I thought, let's make a team. So let's between three of us. So we just grabbed the gym from scratch and rebuild the gym. And then it ended up being me and Pat putting all the work. And then 3 years went past, and wow, it's just like Zalfa's with Warren, Lyndon's at GB, and things are happening. Like wow, it was quick. Then and what I didn't achieve as a fighter, I was achieving as a coach. And then they win, I win.
Yeah. And you know what? Sometimes it's a better feeling.
It's amazing.
A better, you know, when you go through something, it's great. But when you pass some information to someone and then you see them do it, and they just that little look, they look at you like you don't need them to say, "Oh, do you?" You just know it straight away. And
you see coaches that they tend to coach the same way they used to fight.
Yeah,
is the same way they coach.
Yes.
And I'm the opposite. Like I don't want him to fight like me because I wasn't technical good. I was just stubborn. Got good defense and I'm stubborn. And I hope you fit because if you're not fit, you're gonna get found out.
You like you in it. Yeah.
So
I want.
So
I want an ability. I want like you. You got a Manchester mindset. I want like a Manchester.
So I want my fighters to have that, but not to use it. I want them good defense, but intelligent.
Yes.
So I have to go and research. I have to go and do my homework and keep learning as a coach, so I can keep giving. So they can.
It never stops.
No, never stops. No, never stops.
Obviously, you'll add a bit of your on top as well.
Yes.
That mindset, because that mindset what you got, not a lot of fighters will have that.
No.
No care.
I always, because then I look at my fighters, they're all prospects, and I always say to them, listen, as I'm coaching you, I'm thinking on the journeyman side of it. How would I beat you?
Yeah, exactly.
So then I gotta train him not to get beat because I'm thinking on this side of the car, how can I beat you? So you don't tell me, oh, I can do this. No. What about if you go? So it's a lot to it. And then when it becomes a 50-50 fight, how do you think? So it's a lot. It's intense. But for me, it's fun. But for me, it's fun.
I get it. Like it's rewarding because you have to go on a long journey. It's not like an overnight thing. You got to text someone, you got to invest, and it's heartbreak as well. You might invest 10 years into someone and they say, I don't want to box no more.
Or they move on to someone else.
Exactly.
Or they go
and
to.
You got to be tough skinned, haven't you?
Oh, I'm not, like that door is open for anyone to come in and to go out. So as a fighter, they gotta feel comfortable with the coach. If they feel like something is missing and is a coach next door that can give him a better work, they can because what I gave them because I want to. I don't want nothing. I don't want nothing in return. You don't have to pay me back or nothing.
Would you let them come back if they knew they made a mistake?
That's where the question. That's where.
See that?
That's where the problem.
I personally don't.
Like I had that and I said no, and I'm having the issue now, and I'm thinking if anything goes wrong, will I have to come back? Will I allow him to come back? As much as I go no,
you would.
My heart is soft.
Yeah.
And I don't hate no one. You know what? I take you, but then I take you under some conditions.
Yeah.
And it's got to be, it's got to be my conditions.
right, yeah.
And then we gotta go back gelling. So you gotta now work to get my trust.
Yeah, of
because
course.
the trust got lost.
The trust is the
True.
massive importance.
I've been
so,
there.
yeah.
I've been there.
Yeah.
I've been there. Anyway, we've got some
That-
questions.
You've got some
yeah.
questions because we
yeah.
want the audience at home to get to know you as a person.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
You got
So
the first question?
is, what's your favorite TV show?
What's his, do you know it?
News.
Love
It's going to have
Island.
something to do with boxing. Love Island.
Love Island.
Is
yeah?
it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which series of Love
I've
Island
never
do you
even
like?
watched.
Well,
I've never even watched.
you like
Love
all
Well,
Island.
of
the
them,
Tommy
or-
Fury one was
The
good.
Tommy Fury one,
Tommy
yeah.
Fury one was good. It's like I like Love Island. Why not? People got Love Island. Why not? You're there chilling with the wife, watching
Yeah.
Love Island, laughing and joking about situations. Just it's and it takes you, it drifts you away from boxing. 'Cause boxing can be intense.
Yeah.
That's something like it's completely different from everything else. And as a man, I sit down watching a bunch of kids laughing and joking and talking about whatever they're talking about.
Yeah.
For me, it's like it relaxes my brain.
Yeah.
Set myself ready for the following.
You don't watch someone like Top Boy or Breaking Bad then?
That's a road
Yeah, I
thing,
watched
that,
that.
is it?
I watched
Yeah.
that. I watched my series.
You got the food. You got the food.
Yeah, yeah. I watched my series. I'm on Netflix, but then through COVID, I think I watched everything.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's kind of
Everyone
like
watched
It was
everything.
hard,
for
man.
it's
COVID.
kind of like what do I watch now?
Yeah. Listen, my question is a bit of fun. Who's your favorite American wrestler?
I used to wrestle.
Is it?
I used to
See, we're
wrestle.
finding things out.
Was the American style or the English sort of wrestling?
Greco.
Oh, the Greek
Greco
one.
wrestling. That's serious.
Okay,
that.
Greco, yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
But who's my favorite wrestler? Well, Khabib's not done nothing wrong, is it?
Oh,
Khabib.
Can't say
nice
Khabib.
one. That's it. That's
Can't
good,
say
man.
Khabib.
I thought he was going to say Hulk Hogan, but
Oh,
Khabib.
on-
Still wrestling. Still wrestling because they don't play about. You know
No,
what I mean?
those guys
Okay.
are animals.
the big guys, aren't they? What's your question?
Right. Next question. What's your favorite combo or favorite finishing shot in the fight boxing?
Left hook to the body.
Left hook to the body.
But me, when I was fighting, it was Ryan over the top.
Oh, yeah.
Right on the top. I used to listen. You don't know what hit you. I used to throw it. That's one of the reasons why it made me stop boxing. I couldn't throw that punch no more.
Because you rotate
shoulder.
I couldn't throw that
Yeah.
punch no more, and I used to throw it just like that. Boom. I used to set it up nicely.
Yeah.
But as a coach, I'll say that finishing is left hook to the body.
Yeah.
Left hook or left uppercut?
Left hook.
Left hook to the body.
Yeah, I like left uppercut to
Oh.
body.
What was your favorite shot?
Yeah, left uppercut to the
Was
body.
it?
Yeah.
Man.
I like disguising. I like going left hook to the head, then rotate my hips out. I think I'm going to come with a right hand and then I go to the body.
My man was fake the
So,
jab.
but then
We got
thing-
some sparring set up in a couple
Yeah,
of
we
weeks.
got
I'll show
sparring.
you.
Yeah, we want some management and that. Mine was a fake jab and a right hook.
Thanks
no
for
one
that.
threw that. It was like a slap.
Thanks for that, D. I'll be looking for
Take you
that,
out
D.
clean, not sleeping. When you're sleeping,
ain't gonna sleep
you
me,
ain't getting up.
But it's down to my fighters now to set that trap up, and you
Yeah,
won't
just tap,
see
tap.
that left hook to the body coming.
Pat showed me that one. I mean, it's tap, and step in, and boom, fling it.
It's loads of different
See,
ways. So.
he's fighting again. He's getting excited over here.
You know what it is? You know what it is? You know what it is? You know, when you finish boxing, it's in your blood. You just can't help it. You know what I mean? You start, when you go out, you speak about boxing. It's your conversation.
Yeah.
You speak to people about like boxing, and you think, oh, nothing else to speak about, but it's boxing.
Let me ask you a question. 'cause
I'm
you
gonna-
ain't
Go
got
on.
past this yet. If you ask me if I want another fight, I say no, I'm done. My ego's been put away. If I ask him, he said I'll have a white collar fight tomorrow.
I
Would you have
had
another
a
fight?
white collar fight. I had one.
I've got no ego.
Yeah, he's like me.
I've got no
man,
ego.
We're
that's
gonna
you,
pray
man.
for you.
I've got no
Yeah, you
ego.
can
The
pray
name
for
of
And you know
Jesus,
what?
you're gonna get
I'm happy.
I'm
He said
happy.
it wasn't for me. It wasn't meant to be.
Yeah.
Move
It
on.
wasn't meant to
fair
be.
enough,
I
fair
done my bit. Listen,
Yeah.
coming from where I came from,
And he got a gym.
and I managed to get Central belt. I couldn't fight for the British because
You're not British.
I'm not British. So they offered the Central area, and I beat a really good kid.
Yeah.
And his name was already on the belt, by the way, when I won.
Okay.
His name was already on the belt. I got the belt. His name was already on it. I'm thinking, what? How come-
Didn't
but,
change it.
Yeah, so they had to take the belt out and bring a new belt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Then you put your name on it.
achieving the stuff that I achieved and the more things achieved, I've done well. So I'm content. I'm happy.
What is, right?
Yeah.
You're still writing your story. It's not over
Yeah.
yet.
No, it's still a long journey, and trust me. And where I want to go, listen, is it's funny you mentioned Johnny Nelson actually, because I met Johnny Nelson when one of my fighters fought on a Matchroom show
Yeah.
against, anyway, he should have won.
Yeah.
And the only person who not seen that was that, is it John Lewis, that referee?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
been banned.
Yeah, he's
or
been banned now. Yeah.
He was the only person
Yeah.
who not seen a clearly win of my fighter.
Right.
And Johnny Nelson was commentating with Dylan White. And when we got upstairs, they were like, wow, the wrong person got the win.
Yeah.
And I asked Johnny Nelson, oh, listen, but I've got more fighters. Because at this point, I'm thinking about my son.
Promotion,
Yeah, it's like, I've got a fighter there that you would like to come and watch. And then John said, can get my number? John Nelson, yeah, follow on Instagram. Then I tagged him on Instagram. And up to this day,
Not answered.
nothing. So I thought, you know what?
Johnny, you're listening.
You know what? He was just being polite.
No, he's busy. He's a busy man.
But he was just being polite.
Yeah.
On a nice way, he said, yeah, but he didn't. You know what? He teach me a lesson.
Yeah.
I thought, you know what? Wait for your turn.
Yeah. Know what it is with Johnny though, because even we're going to be doing a podcast every month with Johnny, aren't we? Right?
Yeah.
And Johnny, even us, and we talk to him. He's so busy.
Busy.
It's like.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like I tried to jump the queue. That's what I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And son, and
I
then
know what you're
every
saying.
dog guy's lane.
Yeah.
Every dog guy's
I
lane.
know what you're saying.
So I've got to stay in my lane.
Yeah.
And be patient. And
That's right.
and then all my kids need to realize that we all have a lane. We have to respect the lane.
Yeah.
And our time will come. And then when it comes, you have to grab with both
I like
hands
that.
and
I
don't
like
let it go.
Yeah.
Just, that I always say to my clients, you're chasing the destination too much. Settle down, enjoy the journey.
Yeah.
The journey is where the learning and the enjoyment of life is.
Yes.
Get to your destination overnight, then what you're going to do next. Just sit down, take everything every step at a time, and it'll come. And then they'll be chasing you.
Yeah, you
That's
got to be ready for that as well.
Yeah,
Gotta be
and
ready
that's
for
the
that.
next thing. And then you then in that situation, like, oh, I can kind of understand how I'm busy. Everyone wants my attention. Like we're here talking to you today.
Yeah.
We're privileged. We try to talk to people. Well, I've got a profile, but we're just as important. We talk to people what don't have a profile because the next champions are coming. We want to build organic, natural relationships with people when people want interested in them.
Yes,
Does that make sense? So when he's world champion, and you're
You
one of the
can't
best,
turn
one of
us
the best
away.
trainers in the world, we've built an organic relationship.
Yes.
Because what happens is you don't know if it's an organic relationship because it's like, oh, I'm a world champion. You just want to come around me to get your followers. Do you understand what I mean? That's boxing, though, right? That's the entertainment business.
Right.
Next question.
So next one.
My question is.
You've done it.
You know what's my question,
Yes,
mate?
okay,
Yeah,
go on.
you try and jump in again, aren't you?
Oh,
You always do
calm
that.
down,
do
boys.
Fighting,
Calm down.
man. You ready?
We can get on right now. There's a big fight there, mate.
It's all live.
What's your favorite animal?
Favorite animal? Well, dogs.
Dogs?
I don't have no more.
Yeah.
Which dog do you have?
Any
I
particular dog?
favor German Shepherd.
All right.
Yeah.
I had a German Shepherd for 14 years.
Wow, but part of the family, wasn't
14 years.
Yeah.
And I had to put him down.
it? Oh.
And it was
It's like
the
a
worst feeling ever.
Yeah.
And since that said, you know what? As much as I love them,
Yeah.
my little boy constantly asking me for dogs. He thinks I'm allergic to dogs.
Yeah.
That's why I tell him.
People don't realize it's like losing. In fact, I think it hurts more than when someone.
It was like my little brother.
Yeah.
And they're loyal as well.
It was. Mine was.
They're you know,
big,
you know,
strong.
dogs only choose one person. You know that.
Yeah.
They'll be respectful to everyone in the household, but they only choose one
One
person.
person.
I was the only person that he would take food from.
Wow.
There you go.
So if I don't go home for days, he won't eat.
Yeah.
That's how.
Gee.
That's how it was. But then that put me down. That put me. That was
Me and my
it was
wife want to get a dog, don't we, darling?
Yeah.
We want to get a boxer dog.
You'd be
boxing
scared of it. You were going to the house again.
Derek Roach's dog. How cute is Derek
Oh,
Roach's
his
dog?
dog's cute, man. I went to Derek's house, man. Cute dog, man.
Yeah.
Right, next question. What's your favorite actor?
Let me guess. Denzel Washington.
Wow.
Gee.
Wow. I gotta be careful with this guy, you know. Wow.
Spiritual, isn't it?
I'm reading you, man.
As I'm about to say, listen, wow. Damn, you give me goosebumps, G. Damn, I'm about to say it.
listening to
Denzel
you,
Washington.
Yeah, man.
Nah, Denzel Washington he's the man.
Special,
Eh,
isn't it?
Listen,
Why,
it doesn't matter
what do you
whatever.
like about him? What do you like about him?
It's everything. When he puts, it's like you can see the passion
Yeah.
on his work. You can see it. Whatever film he gets put in, whatever. If his name is on it, is worth watching.
Yeah.
It's worth watching. It's intense.
Yeah.
Every character they plays, it's intense. It drags you into the. You just want to watch more.
Yeah.
That's what good acting is for me. It's like, you know, get people that play this, like The Rock.
Yeah.
Might be the highest paid actor.
Yeah.
But he plays the same character all the time, right? Denzel could do all, man.
Anything.
No.
Denzel can be a tough
good
guy. He
at
can be a
anything.
nerd.
Yeah.
He can be a doctor. He can acting, right?
And when he talks,
Sense.
it's like wow.
Parallel.
Is a film that is a part of the film that he's talking to his son.
Oh, I know which one you're on about. It's about 4 years old, isn't it?
Yeah, and the way he was talking to his son, it's like, wow, that's the same way I would have talked to my son.
Is it where he's in the garden and he says, his son's carrying on and he says, I don't have to like you.
That's the part.
Yeah.
That's the part.
Yeah.
That's the part. It's like, it's not, that part is like, because I relate myself to him on that particular moment, I thought, wow, that's something that I would say to my son.
Yeah.
And I think I said it, to be honest.
There was one line that I heard off someone. Now, I always hold on to it. Now, I ain't got kids yet, but I'm looking forward to having kids. Just say this. The way it goes, the son's being rude to the mum, and he goes, I need you to understand, you're my son, but that's my wife. And when people talk to my wife like that, they get dealt with.
Yeah.
So you better be careful the way you talk to my wife. I like
That's
the way
me,
you
that.
talk. Yeah, is that him?
Ask me that.
Yeah.
Ask me.
So it always starts with the wife, right? Is it my question?
Yeah.
What's your favourite knockout of all time?
Oof.
You're going to say Mike Tyson, that, yeah? Mike Tyson.
No, Mike Tyson, no. Let me see if favorite knockout.
Ray Jones.
No. Tommy Hans against Roberto Duran.
Oh, dirty fight that, man.
People don't even talk about it.
Proper
The
fight,
way-
big fight that was.
The way he
It's like
set
it never
that up.
happened, right?
The way he set that up.
Oh,
Yeah.
my word.
The way, and that was just
No
like,
one's
wow.
ever done that to Duran.
No.
Before or after, right?
That was like, wow. Scary, that.
Yeah.
Scary.
They will never do it. It was that clinical. There was never no chat of a rematch.
Yeah.
There's no need, right?
No, there was no need, no. There was no need.
Gee.
So I always see Tommy Hearns at welterweight, and I'm like, people going about Floyd Mayweather's. I can't. How does Floyd beat Tommy Hearns at?
Nah, he was too
welterweight?
tall. He was six. What was he in 6 foot?
No,
6'2",
6'2",
6'3".
And long hand. He
Yeah,
would have been taller
But
than
he
that
could
because he lost
punch with it
weight.
as well.
And he could
Yeah.
punch,
Boom, boom.
His entire body is behind those shots.
Yeah.
It's just like, wow.
Yeah, he doesn't play. But I remember Tommy saying that he always did, like, so if it's a 12-round fight, in his mind it's 16. If it's 15, it's 19, because he'd always do 4 hard rounds on the pads in the changing rooms. So then when he come out to fight, he's in the 5th round when they're in the 1st round. That's what happened with Duran.
Right.
Because
So
he was ahead in his mind.
Because some fighters they take 3-4 rounds to actually get
Precisely.
in. Yeah, to get in.
He's in straight away.
Yeah.
That's why that fight with Marvin Hagler was so good.
That was a fight.
Even though it was like 2 rounds, it was
Jeez.
literally full on, wasn't it?
Yeah.
There's no way it could go to points because the pace that was setting.
Right. What was your favourite advice you received? Your favourite advice from anybody? What could be given you and you've received anything? Yeah, man.
I'll just think first before you act.
Yeah?
Yeah,
That's the only way.
Yes.
That's
Think
life.
first before you act.
That's a
Amen.
good one. That's a really good one. Last question for me. What's your favourite Mike Tyson fight?
Well, I was crying when he got knocked out by Douglas. I was actually in tears.
Yeah.
I thought it was unbreakable. I thought it was unbreakable. Well, most of his knockouts was because he's the one that I started watching when I decided to start boxing. But boxing wasn't. I couldn't really see much because back then we didn't have access to TV like these days. And, but most of his knockouts, I like most of his fights.
Special, innit? Like, I love Ali. Ali's my hero, but I have to admit, if Tyson stayed on that line that he first started on, he's unbeatable. I don't even understand all this chat about Wilder v Tyson. I don't get it.
No,
Like,
no.
I don't
It's
see how
ridiculous.
Wilder stands around against him.
He got
And
no
if
defense.
I got to say, when he beat Larry Holmes, like a revenge for what
Yeah.
Larry Holmes done.
Muhammad
For Larry
Ali,
Holmes
that's
did for
Muhammad
Muhammad Ali.
Ali.
So that was sweet. That was
Yeah.
sweet.
That was
nice about
the whole
like,
build-up was
so I'm gonna
nice,
beat him up for you.
Yeah. Did you see there's an interview recently Tyson was on about when they went to watch the fight and he was 14, and then on the way home, Kuss was like kicking off, and the day after, Kuss goes on the phone to Muhammad Ali and he's like, "Why you let this bum beat you? why'd I let him do that to you? And then he put him on the phone to Tyson, and Tyson was 14. Have you seen this?
Yeah.
And Tyson's like, I'm going to get him. And then when Ali stepped in the ring that day and he whispered it to him, didn't he?
Yeah.
I get goosebumps every time I see that.
Yeah, get it for me.
Yeah.
That was special.
Okay.
That was special.
Right. Last question. What advice would you give to an upcoming fighter, or a question, or leave a question for him, for upcoming fighter?
Yeah, let's leave it there. So,
Yeah, sure.
so for the next person coming on the podcast, let's leave it with
a question.
You leaving them a question or some advice.
Advice.
Just work on. Just work on your. It's not even a dream. It's just work on your goals, and it's no easy road. It's not gonna be all nice and smooth. It's gonna be bumpy.
Okay.
You can have bad days. You can have good days. So just stay focused.
Nice one. That's good. I like that.
And would you give them? So we let the next guest coming on think about this. What would you say that the biggest thing you learned when things are difficult? What is the thing you learned to keep yourself on track?
Mindset.
Good mindset. Strong mindset.
Good mindset is. What mindset do they have when things don't go right?
Yeah,
that's the question right there. Yeah, that's the question right there.
Okay.
This has been good. Would you have us back?
100%.
I love 100%. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah. Nice
when Super Mario Silva becomes a world champion,
coming backstage.
Listen, you'll be more than welcome.
Yeah, thank
you.
you.
We're going to keep
more than
promoting.
welcome. Yeah. The doors will be open.
We appreciate it.
The doors will be open.
It
wasn't open when Chris Eubank Jr. and the team was there.
We understand.
What was it like?
I tried.
I tried. You got to tell us about that.
I tried, but then it was strict. The stuff.
Yeah, I understand that.
The stuff that they were doing, the work they were doing with Chris, because I was with Chris when he was training with Roy the first time. And we went down. I took my son there for sparring, and I seen the work, and I seen this work completely different.
Right.
Chris was picking and choosing the times with Roy.
Roy didn't like that.
With Bomac, they telling him what times to train and what to do. And I'll tell you what,
different.
It was one particular day that Bomac just lost it. And he was shouting at Chris. And the way Chris reacted, put his head down and the entire room went quiet. And Bomac gave a 5-minute speech that I was like, wow.
He's lived it, right?
And that's where after that, because Chris wasn't getting the training that we're giving Chris was something new. And then we kind of understood because we were working at the rec, but that was new to Chris.
Yeah.
What they were trying to show Chris. And then when that happened, and Bomac stopped and gave that speech, and then after the speech, carry on working. It's like the pen clicked on Chris Eubank's head.
Wow.
After that,
work started.
He went to spar Troy.
Yeah.
And wow.
Mash him up.
I'm like, oh my God.
Different.
The trainer has to be the boss. Right?
Yeah, he was. Everything was just different. It was like the pen clicked.
Yeah. Wow.
Everything was just like bam, 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 bam. And I was like, okay, got that. But then the way they worked Chris, I thought, you know what?
I'm just happy that Bomac's obviously out of prison now.
Well, I wouldn't say that as well because that was sad what happened to him.
Listen, and they sound people. They listen. They sound. They're really nice people.
Yeah.
They will give you the time. They're not like some coaches. They can kind of like not they sound.
Yeah.
They will talk to you.
Grand level people.
Well, they're making us. I made them feel welcome as much as I could. I said, this is not fancy, nothing fancy. This is what we need. This is exactly what we need. And they welcome Mauro to any time when he wants to go and train with them.
Well, we'll come along.
So more than welcome to go and train in Colorado. So it was an eye opener watching him doing that work. It was an eye opener.
And he learned some stuff from him as well.
And he ticked a lot of boxes in my head. on the stuff that I'm doing. I thought,
because you're still learning, right? Yeah.
I like that because
sometimes it's about learning, but sometimes it's getting affirmation for the work you do.
And
just know, okay.
So I'm talking about things that they go, how do you know about that?
Yeah.
How do you know about that? I thought, listen, I'm doing my own work as well.
Yeah.
I'm saying I'm doing my own work, but I'm just being patient. Because who am I? I'm a nobody at the moment. But I'm happy to be a nobody at the moment.
Don't put yourself down.
It's not even that. It's like
no, I get what you mean.
On a world level, on a world level, I can't compete with someone that's been coaching for 30 years, 40 years.
You can't.
I can't compete with that.
No.
But I tell you what, this new generation, we're gonna watch their back because I'm coming.
That's it.
And it's going to be fun because it's not going to be easy. But I'm willing to. I'm willing to put myself out there and then show what we're about. So it'll be fun.
Definitely.
Nice.
Thank
you.
Definitely.
I like that.
You taking us out?
I'll take you out.
Put your headset on.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you for tuning to the 13th and final round. And don't forget to like and share.
Make sure you hit that notification button so you get notifications.
And tell a friend to tell a friend. And we're here.
We out.